glasses. Here we go. My puff is not puffing. My puff was not puffing. Hello to all of my chat family. How are you doing? Welcome in. I appreciate every single one of you. How are you doing? I am Marlene of the Marlene Saunders Show, and I truly appreciate every single one of you. Today we have a real talk, real conversation, and we're going to be talking about social media. And I see who we have in is Miss Jackie Gaines. How are you doing, Miss Jackie? I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Today I wanted to talk to you all about, social media is an addiction, and and not in a good way. There are so many people right now that are addicted to social media. All they think about is what is happening on social media. And it's crazy. There's 24 hours in a day. Yes, I'm okay. I'm doing okay today. Thank you so much, Jackie. I hope you are as well. What is today? Wednesday. It's Wonderful Wednesday. And I wanted to say that, social media has its place. I can say that because I grew up not having social media. I don't know who was like me that didn't have social media growing up, but I know how to live without it. I grew up, as a child being outside and playing games and having fun. These days, it's like the younger generations, the younger people, all they know is social media. And not just young people, I can't say that. A lot of people do not have any control when it comes to social media. They live on social media. It's their entire life. They have to find out what's going on not just this app, but any social media app. And it becomes an addiction because they have to know what other people are posting. They have to know what other people are talking about. They have to know all of the tea, all of the business, everything that's happening. And it's like social media becomes their entire life. They have nothing outside of social media. And I've seen so many people right now that are being fired from their job. There's certain people who are going through a divorce because it's all social media. And, it's not just the platforms like what I do. Some people get on the social media and it's to bash other people. It's to dox. It's to do so many, manipulative and nasty things. Jackie says some people breathe, eat, sleep with social media so much they even sleep with their phones. Yes, that's how much it has gotten out of control. Like, I have to say this, for real. Social media has become out of control. Just like everything in life, it has its limits. And there are some people who are putting all of their receipts, all their business, they from the time, like Miss Jackie says, from the time they wake up to the time they go to bed, it's all being recorded on social media. And I really feel sad for the younger people who think that that's okay. Not that older people aren't doing it. I'm not saying that. But I feel really sorry for the younger people that all they think about is social media, that social media is their life. And social media is an addiction. There are a lot of people who are addicted to this social media. Good morning, Uncle Al. How are you doing? Appreciate you being here. There's so many younger people who are addicted to social media, and also there are so many older people who are addicted to social media. I've seen on both sides where they have a major problem, a major problem. They're on social media showing where they live. They're on social media doxing people, getting on there, telling people's business, telling people to call people's homes and jobs and get people fired. There's so many people on social media, and they're so angry about, for whatever reason. I don't know what it is, because they have no lives, because they're angry for whatever reason, and they come on social media and bring their anger issues. They come onto social media and they say all kinds of foolishness. Like, okay, I'll just say, for instance, the things that I have going on in my life and how another person is running their life. That doesn't mean my life is not good. There's a lot of people that have a demented sense into thinking that because I don't have a life like this person or that person, that I don't have a good life. I know how to appreciate the things that I have. I don't want what nobody else has. Hey, can't stop, won't stop. Welcome. Appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. If you guys could hit the like, I'd really appreciate it. There's a lot of people that don't understand about balance. And and I have to go into this topic. I know that it can be a little bit of so I'm going to say trigger warning from right now. There's a lot of people who don't understand that they come onto social media and they have an addiction to pornography. Now, I'm telling you, pornography is ruining relationships. They just get on here and they're just trying to look at all these sites. They'd rather be on looking at pornography instead of getting into a relationship. That's how you know that it's an addiction that some people just can't stop. They rather go on the internet and look at nude pictures of people than to go and get in a relationship. It shows the mentality. It shows the mental status of people these days. It really does. And it's a major problem. A lot of people need to work on that. Can't stop walking, says keyboard cowboys. Yes, I call keyboard warriors. And when we're talking about social media too, is there are people who are trolls. There are people who will go and make an account just to dox people, just to irritate and annoy people. They follow people in whatever chats they go in. They make up fake accounts, even download their pictures just to bring some sort of hatred, nastiness, meanness, manipulation, all of those things, just to say something. But one thing that I've learned since being on social media over 10 years is that people can't get to you if you don't let them. Now, I don't let them. As soon as somebody comes in and they're being disrespectful, you just get rid of them. There's nothing that you can say about me. That's because I am a grown woman. And when you're grown, you don't have to go back and forth with anybody. You don't have to convince nobody of who you are and what you're worth. And the only person that needs to love you is you. Who cares if another person does? And a lot of people get on social media trying to get people to, I don't know, for whatever reason, convince other people of their worth. You don't have to convince nobody of who you are and what you're worth and what you're capable of and all of those things. You don't have to. You are capable all on your own. You're worthy all on your own. Nobody has to be convinced of that. And I do know that social media is for entertainment, or it's supposed to be. But unfortunately, I've seen people come to such a low point in their life because of the things that people have said, like constant bullying. See, I'm in a different category because I'm not in high school. I don't know how things are in high school, but high school, middle school, elementary school. Now on social media, the children in the school, from what I've seen, have taking and making accounts and write things about the kids that are their own peers, and clown them, make fun of them, embarrass them, say all kinds of things on their social media. And the person who is the victim of this gets so down and depressed that there are people who actually go on their lives and they're unaliving themselves live on their social media feed, or they're unaliving themselves in their room, and their parents or guardians don't even know what's going on with them. So it's a terrible thing that these days people can come online, make a fake account, go behind an avatar, and think that that's all right. And it's not right to troll people. I do think that it should be a crime to harass somebody. It should be a criminal charge. Like, don't you have something other to do with your life than to bother other people? Don't you have something better to do with your time than to harass other people and troll people, dox people, and tell people about whatever? I always say it's a very simple thing. Everybody who comes on social media should be an adult, you know. And if you come onto somebody's click their live, click their video, and you don't like the content, be grown enough to leave. You don't have to come to somebody's content and tell them you don't like the content, or that person, whatever you want to evaluate, the person is fat, or the person is this. You don't know the medical conditions of people. You don't know what other people are going through. You don't know. You don't know what that person could be on their last leg. The person could be on, like, in not a good mental health status. And the things that somebody will say that you think it's in fun, and you could be causing somebody to want to unalive themselves. You could cause somebody to want to take some pills or unalive themselves or hang themselves in their room. Like I said, trigger warning. You never know what another person is going through and dealing with. You never know. Miss Jackie says, the ones that dox, I call them keyboard gangsters. They hide behind the computer screen. Yeah, that's what they do, because I always said, if you have something, you think you're so big and bad and about all of that, then why don't you come with your real face on an app and say what you have to say? They don't. They make up these fake names, these nasty titles to these fake whatever social media page, and just constantly come after them just to say something to try to get them down. And I think what it is they only keep doing that is because the content creator allows it. They allow it. They allow them to disturb them, and we can't let other people disturb us. And I get it, because it is annoying. It's very annoying to have people who come into your chat and try to disrupt it, especially when you're talking about something very important and they come in with the foolishness. That's a no. Hey Bryden, how are you doing? Welcome. YouTube has been calling the authorities on some that has been doxing, and some have even lost their channel. Yeah, even worse than that, Jackie, some people have been arrested. Some people have been get into trouble in their relationships. Like, people come onto social media flirting with other people, and they know they got a whole wife, a whole husband, a whole boyfriend, a whole girlfriend, and they're on social media acting single. Like, they feel like the rules don't apply because they are on the internet. And they're in a whole relationship. Good morning to everybody who is in the chat. Yeah, it's a dangerous game that they're playing. It's a dangerous game. I always say that. Be careful what you do on social media. And like I was saying, like my topic, social media is an addiction. And there are some people who are addicted to doxing. They're addicted to trolling people. And they think it's all funny. Everything is all fun and games until the police come and pound on your door and arrest you. It's all fun and games until you lose your job. It's all fun and games until you get a divorce because of what you're doing on your social media. So while yes, social media is there, and as adults we can do whatever you want. Of course you can do whatever you want, but you got to understand that that comes with consequences, just like in real life. And a lot of people don't understand. They think that social media is cannot follow you, or social media is just for fun. And yeah, for some it may be just for fun, but what are you doing on there? What are you doing on your social media? Then you don't have to worry about it. I always say that. If I know that I can't stand a content creator, or I can't stand what somebody is doing, instead of going to their video and being so low vibrational and being in this keyboard war, you shouldn't put this on your page and you shouldn't do that. It's not my job to tell somebody how to run their channel. It's not my business. It's not my business how to tell people how to look, what to buy, how to dress. And people come on social media and they try to control other people. And I understand that people will always say, well, you put it on social media, so you have to be ready for all of that. No, you cannot come on social media and be rude. What if that was you? People don't understand the same etiquette. The things that people will come on social media and type behind an avatar, would you say that to somebody in real life? You wouldn't. People wouldn't have that nerve to say whatever they wanted to say if they were pulling up in person. They wouldn't. Bryden says, I was doxxed twice yesterday. It was under a comment on someone else's channel, but they pulled up my record and tried to put me down for things that were so many years ago. Oh my goodness. I'm so sorry to hear that, Bryden. I hope just contact me on Instagram. You probably can report that channel. You can report the comment, because now they call that bullying. Cyberbullying is a way to get your channel terminated. So it's not a game anymore. People think that it's funny, but it's not funny when that person can get some criminal charges. Now, I don't know, depending on the state you live in, but certain states now, what you put on social media, it's a criminal charge for bullying and trolling people, what they call cyberbullying. That's a criminal charge now. And a lot of people think it's funny. It's funny until something happens. But I'm really sorry that has happened to you, Bryden, and to anybody who has social media. It doesn't have to be this app only. I know on other social media platforms, the disgusting things that people will put on your social media, the opposite sex or somebody who, whatever, they call themselves liking you, and it's harassment. It's harassment. People saying, they want to date you, the things that they want to do to you, even sending graphic sexual pictures, what they call sexting, sending you images of their private area. It is disgusting, the things that has happened. I can just speak on myself, especially on my other platform, my motivational channel. I always get at least a few pictures every week of someone's privates. The disgusting things, to me, it shows how depraved people are. They're sick and twisted. And so, I have to say to all of you content creators, be careful to not be on this app or any social media app for too long, because it will get to you after a while. Let's see. No worries. I have been getting doxxed for years due to my content. Well, it still doesn't make it right. That's what I have to say. It doesn't make it right. Just because people come on this app and say things, they think that it's funny, they think it's all right, until the same thing happens to them, until it's catched. And a lot of people don't know that, depending on who you know. And I do know some people who are in law enforcement, and all they have to do is, it can be traced. Your IP can be traced, and you can face criminal charges thinking that it's funny to constantly harass somebody, cyberbullying, and they can get criminal charges because of it. But It's not funny. It's not funny on social media. I say that all the time. It's not funny when you think that you know what somebody is going through and dealing with. And I do understand that some content that people come on the social media and they acting crazy, talking about crazy stuff. And yes, even on social media, there are people who are not all together. There's a lot of people on social media that have some mental illness. There's a lot. What do they call that? Undiagnosed mental illness. There's a lot of people, especially on social media. There are a lot of people who are off. They don't have it all together, and they come on their YouTube harassing other people, trying to control people, come with their whatever, their idiosyncrasies, their mental issues, their control issues, their drama, their foolishness, every word in the dictionary you want to call it. They come on social media, and that's what they do. They come on social media and they harass. They come on social media feeling that they can control. And I have had being harassed by not only men, but also by women. It's crazy. It's crazy because I would think, like, as a woman, okay, another woman come at me and say, keep on going, queen, you're doing great, all of these things. But the ones that are usually the most judgmental are the women. It's crazy to me that another woman thinks that they can tell me how I should look, how I should dress, how I should talk, what I should do, and all these things. I'm not you. I don't want to be you. And the thing about social media, especially when you're a social media influencer, you have to have some thick skin. You can't be a person who's weak-minded. You have to be strong mentally. You have to be ready to, at a moment's notice, like, to not take things personal. And it's hard not to. I know people always say this is just social media. It's not that important. But if a person is not mentally stable, that person could unalive themselves. That person could do some weird and strange things that they don't need to do. So it's important, if you are a content creator, to make sure you're taking your social media breaks. I take mine. When I do my social media, I come on here, I give my content, I give my commentary and whatever. Hi, Maria. How are you doing? Welcome. Appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. I come on here, I give my commentary, I talk about the things that I need to talk about, and then I get off. I don't allow the outside influences, like what people think about me on social media, to get away from what I think, what my family thinks about me, what I think about myself. And a lot of people come on this social media and they let people convince them that they have no worth. They let people get inside of their head and mess them up. Don't do that. You know, I always say, in my real life, I'm the one paying the bills in my house. I'm the one that makes a decision on what I want to talk about my content and all of those things. So to all you content creators, the same thing to you. Don't let anybody stop you from making the content that you like. Don't let anybody tell you how you should dress, how whatever the case may be, how you do your hair, how you want to talk, how you want to look, what you want to put on your channel. That's all of that is up to us as content creators. But the whole thing about it is the block button is there for a reason. There's a lot of people, they don't need to be on social media. Don't let these people get to you. If you need to, turn off your phone, turn off your iPads, turn off your tablets, turn off your computers. You don't have to be going back and forth with people, engaging with people who don't care, people who don't know you, people who always try to judge you, and especially the people who trying to tell you how to achieve and how to be, and all, the fakeness, the people who come on here being whole characters and they don't know your life. What one person can do may not be what I can do, and I had to learn to stop trying to be like other people, have my own schedule of when I want to do whatever. have my own schedule when I want to upload, when I want to do lives, when I want to do whatever. And then I stick to that because that works for me. Because I used to be in that thing about, oh, I don't want to go live when this person is going live because we're friends, quote unquote. When you get caught up in that, you'll never be able to make the content that you want. And while I support a lot of people, I support a lot of content creators, but also you have to remember that you're a content creator too. And you have a life, you have responsibilities, you have a family, and you have your mental health that's important. Maybe the times that it's open and free and nobody is live may be a time where you just need to like have the computer off. Hey Shonda, how are you doing? Welcome. Appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for your support. And that may not be a good time. It may not it may not be a good time when other people are available. We have to understand that it's very important for us to be our best, and take a break. Take a break from social media. My topic is social media is addictive. It's an addiction to so many people. It's all right to not post some days. It's okay to not be live. It's okay to not, come on here ranting and raging. If you don't feel like you're in a good mental state, then don't. Then don't come online. Don't come online telling people your personal private business. See, people can't talk about you. People can't do things and hurt you if they don't know your business. And people can't know your business unless you tell them. I had to learn that too. If I'm having a bad day, I don't have to bring my bad day onto social media. I don't have to tell everybody the things that's going on in my personal relationship, especially, I feel like this is important for so many people. They need to hear this. So many people need to stop bringing their romantic issues onto social media. Not that, everybody, if you're in a romantic relationship, eventually there's going to be issues in your relationship. But nobody doesn't need to know that. They don't need to know you're having this issue and they're doing that. People come on to social media screaming about the person they're in the relationship. And they do this and they did that to me. Like, okay, that's your business. Keep your business to yourself. You're welcome, Shonda. Keep your business to yourself. To yourself. That's nobody's business that whatever is going on. You work that out with the person you're in a relationship with and keep it to yourself. Keep your business to yourself. And a lot of people don't understand that. And I don't know if it's because of inexperience or they want a certain video or a live stream to go viral. I don't know. I don't know what's the purpose, why people do what they do. But at the same time, you get bullied for what you put out there. So I've learned that there's certain things I will never put on my social media. I will never put anything that have to do with any children, any special needs, certain people in my family. I will never show that on social media because I don't play about my family. I don't play about my personal and private business. I don't want to hear nobody talking about how they look, how they talk, how I live, how my home is. That's nobody's business but mine. And because I know how I am, I already know I'm a bit sensitive when it comes to certain individuals in my family. And I know that I will act wild and crazy. I'm not going to put them on there. I keep my personal business private. I come on here to talk about topics and whatever the issues that I feel that are facing the world right now. That's what I'm about. But to each his or her own. Just like when a person wishes karma. Yes. Yes, there's a lot of people that they hope that people will, like some bad things will happen. They relish in seeing people break up. They relish in seeing people angry and upset. They love it. Have you ever seen when somebody puts up a live stream and they talk about, I just had a breakup, or this is going wrong? You could find 50 to 100 people in that live stream. But if somebody's talking about something inspirational and positive, 5 or 6 people, because people don't want to hear about positive things. People want to hear about negative. People want to hear about the foolishness so they can laugh at your expense. And we think that sometimes people on social media are our friends, right? And I hear that word thrown around so loosely on social media. But if somebody doesn't know you in real life, like if you have not met them one-on-one and actually know them, they're not your friends. These are just people who they're your whatever, social media associates. Okay? There's a reason I only leave smiles. Okay. Yeah, that's one of the reasons why when I know that I'm not in a good state mentally, I don't come on social media, because I was like, I know my mouth will be too slick. I know that I'll be in somebody's life being negative or whatever the case may be. So a lot of people need to learn, if you're not in a good space, if you're not in a good, thought process, stay off this app. And there's a lot of people who have a social media addiction, like Jackie said in the beginning of this live. She posted in the comments, there's a people who wake up and go to bed with their phones. They're on social media 24 hours a day, either posting videos and pictures, talking about what they ate, talking about who they're with, and one thing that's so scary is people put on their location. That scares me, with people who are not too right. And there's actually people out there that are stalkers, not, ready to probably take somebody hostage. You never know who these people are. Just because a person has an avatar up, it doesn't mean that that's who the person is. You could think all along that this person could be a woman, and all along it could be a man. Or it could be somebody much older and of the opposite gender. Be careful. And here on social media, I've seen a lot when it comes to people who are dating each other. I've seen it get very nasty and get very messy. Very messy. Because they come on here. They're looking for a relationship. They're vulnerable. They're lonely. And the person already is in a relationship. The person is already married, or the person has no intention of being in a relationship with you. They have no intention of escalating the relationship and being faithful to you. They have no, that's not on their radar. They don't want to be exclusive with you. They probably already have a person, or they don't want to be in a relationship or whatever. And there's a lot of people that you should definitely stay away from, because they're only with you because that you've already stated. Be careful what you say out of your mouth on your social media, telling people you're so lonely, you wish you could be in a relationship, and this and this and this. So of course you're going to have people who are going to watch this, especially people, and this is no shade to my foreign audience, but they will come and they will try to catfish you, send me some money, and then say, very quickly love bomb you and say, I love you, so you could send more money, and then say, we're going to get married. All along, you haven't seen this person. You haven't even really seen their face. What are they about? Do you vibe with them? Like, what is really going on? I've seen it in my own real life. I've seen people being catfished from social media, saying they're in a relationship. I was like, you're in a relationship? Like, how long have you known them? 2 months? I was like, oh, so you went there to see them, or they? No, I've never seen them before, but they called themselves engaged. Hi, Val. Good morning. They called themselves engaged. Next thing, they're planning a wedding for somebody they've never seen, somebody they've never even probably even heard their voice. All they've seen is pictures. They've sent them pictures. This is how deeply the catfishing goes. They send them pictures, and a lot of people don't understand that people will be downloading pictures that they find on Google. That's not even them. They find a picture of a good-looking person and send it to them and say, this is me, or whatever the name. And that's not even them. They could be somebody 20, 30 years older. Or they could be an underage little punk kid. Leather skin, yes. It could be this older person, or they could be this, you know, it's all of those things. So I say this all the time. I say it all the time, that a lot of people need to learn how to respect, you know. They need to learn how to respect others and respect the boundaries of other people. But when it comes to this catfishing, you know, people trying to date on social media, boy, is that a dangerous thing. Now, I'm not telling nobody what to do, but people coming onto social media and they're dating. And I'm like, wow. You know, to each his or her own. This is not a space. I'm not judging nobody. That's everybody else's business to do whatever it is that they want to do. But at the same time, you're sending money through all the what you call it, money sending services, Western Union, PayPal, Cash App, Chime, whatever, Venmo. They're sending money constantly. Next thing they're saying, oh, I need a visa. They're spending all this money on the relationship, and you don't even know the person. You have not even seen them. You don't even know if there's an attraction. What is this person about? But they're so involved. They're so involved in just having the title to say, I'm in a relationship. Y'all be careful on the social media. Please, you know. Social media is an addiction, and not everybody who shows up on social media is that way in real life. People can put on. People on not only this app, but all social media can put on this character and pretend to be this character that they're such a good person, and that's not even them. You know, they can make up this whole story that they have this whatever fabulous and glamorous life. Listen, I've seen people come on social media and act like their life is so fabulous. They act like their life is so fabulous, right? And it's not. Listen, I know from what I do formally on a previous job, a lot of people come on social media and they're living this credit card lifestyle. They have no money. What do they call? They're faking it until they make it. So they have everything on credit card, like acting like they have this wonderful life. Hey Shay, good morning. How are you doing? Happy Wednesday to you and everybody in the chat. They're living this fabulous life. They don't have no money. Sometimes they don't even have a job. Don't even let me go deeper. Some of them don't even have their own place. They're living in the basement of their mama's house. They're living on the sofa of their sibling or their auntie, their grandparent. So they don't even have anything. And at the same time, they're up there with their nasty self trying to talk about they want to be in a relationship, and they have nothing. How are you going to be in a relationship and you don't have no money? I don't know. I don't get it, everybody. Good morning, Frank. I appreciate you being here. Happy Wednesday. Listen, how are you going to be in a relationship? This is a question that I have for my chat family. How are you going to be in a relationship and you have no money? Can someone please explain that to me? I'm trying to figure it out. I really and truly are. Can my chat family please explain it to me? How are you want to be in a relationship and you have no money? How are you saying you're getting married, you don't even have a job. Can somebody please explain to me, because I'm not understanding. Maybe there's something that I need to learn, because I'm like, if you could be in a relationship, you don't have to work, you don't have to do nothing, you still living with your mama. It's like, okay, you're living with your mama, and I'm not throwing shade to anybody. It's nothing wrong with living your mama if you're taking care of her. You're her caregiver. But I'm talking about these people. No, they're not the mom's caregiver. Wow. They're not the caregiver. The mama's washing their clothes. Mom's washing their clothes and cooking their food. And they're in there with their 40, 50, 60-year-old self on the computer all day. Probably didn't even wash themselves. Oh, y'all, don't get me started. They don't even wash themselves. Disgusting. Yes. Quality time. Focus on free or low-cost activities like walking, cooking together, or game nights. Yes. I'm telling you. Frank said, you can't explain that? Yes, Shonda. Openly discuss your financial situations and priorities. That's what you're supposed to do in a person who has their mind together. But a lot of people don't have their mind together. They don't got it together. You know, they're very unstable. Yes, impersonating others. That is a big thing that happens on social media. Have you guys seen it? I know I've had. I feel like you haven't made it on social media until somebody makes a page of you. How many of y'all content creators have had somebody make a page of you? I've had somebody put my whole picture trying to get subscribers, even downloaded my own videos and put it on another channel, and like they were me. And I was like, okay. So I went to my own page and I said, hi, Marlene. This is Marlene. I'm not the one. Yes. Oh, Val says it's some in the shelter here. Mercy, mercy, mercy. They go to some low extents. Good morning, Lisette. How are you doing? Listen, it's a lot of people here on this social media that have some problems. Creativity. Find innovative ways to show love and appreciation, like writing letters and making DIY gifts. Yes. Yeah, you've seen that? Yes, several of me. Ooh. Yeah, Uncle L says it's a strange world we live in, isn't it? Yes, a very strange, very strange. You've had that before, Frank? Yes. I feel like you don't make it on social media until somebody makes a fake page about you, or somebody makes a doxing page. You know, I've had people say, oh, Marlene is this and Marlene is that. I'm like, okay. So I went over there and said, oh, thank you for telling me everything about me. Thank you, the fake Marlene. Yeah, it's a lot of fraudulent people here. A lot. And that's a major, major problem. It's a lot of people who don't need to be on social media, because there's a lot of people who are not mentally stable. They don't, you know, the elevator does not go to the top floor. It doesn't. And I'm not making fun of people. I'm just being realistic. If you know that you cannot handle what happens on social media, then you don't need to be a content creator. If you can't handle it, stay away from social media. Just be a supporter. Frank says he's had that before, fraudulent people. And the companies aren't doing anything about it either. They're not. Shonda says shared goals work together to achieve financial stability and build a future. Yes. Did I miss Miss Jackie's comment? Yeah, and the companies aren't doing, yeah, they're not doing anything about it. Marlene, you're so cool. Shame on them for doing that to a person to help others. Oh, listen, I had on my motivational channel, Marlene Motivates, I had people come onto that channel and tell me what qualifies me to motivate people. I mean, I had somebody, and it was a keyboard war. And they said something, I said something, they said something, I said, and I was like, this is crazy. They're like, what qualifies you to motivate people? What qualifies you to do X, Y, and Z? I was like, what qualifies me is my backstory. What qualifies me is all the tears that ran down my face. What qualifies me is my therapy. What qualifies me is me still being alive to share my testimony. That's what qualifies me. So I just had to look to cut that person off because they were a very negative person. They needed some help. Thank you, Shay. Yes, teamwork, collaborate on financial decisions and budgeting to build trust and unity. I appreciate it. Good morning, Miss Tamika. How are you doing? I appreciate you being here. Thank you so much. Yeah, and I have to say this. When we talk about social media, we usually just think about those big influencers and who actually make it, the people who go viral. But what about all of the people who are trying to be something that they're not? In the chat, somebody said that impersonating others. I feel like it's so much better. It's so much easier in this life if you just be yourself, because this morning I woke up, I was like, you know what? I'm just going to be myself today. I was like, I didn't feel like straightening my hair. I was like, so they're going to get my kinky, coily, naughty hair because that's me. And whoever doesn't like it, that's their problem. A lot of people need to learn some self-acceptance. Self-acceptance, okay? Self-acceptance. And until you accept yourself, you're always going to allow other people to make you miserable. Until you make a decision to be happy, other people will make you unhappy, okay? They will. No problem, Bryden. Yep. More of the negative to a positive. Yes. Yeah, we have to be able to be positive. We can't let these people who don't even know us control our mind. I know I did for a really long time. I let people who didn't know me try to control my thoughts and thinking. Like, you'll be like on your off time, you're not even on social media, and you'll be up there crying, you'll be angry, you'll be saying, how dare they do this or say this, or let the comments of people who don't know you, these people don't know you. This is why it's social media. And you cannot let comments, you cannot let judgments from other people, assumptions, negativity, people who are characters, people who spread lies, just low vibrational people, stop you from being happy, and that's one of the reasons why I have to make sure I'm in the right mental state. Every time before I hit a live button, before I make a video, I make sure that I'm in a state to where I can handle it. That's why sometimes I'm a few minutes late, because I'm doing my meditation. I have to prepare my mind for what is to come. And a lot of people don't prepare their minds before they come on social media. They just hit the live. They just make a video. They don't think, in other words. A lot of people don't think before they do some stuff. People would just get on to their live, and I've seen them on social media screaming at the top of their lungs about, I hate this person, and this person did this, and this person did this to me, and this person did this to this person, and calling out names and all of this stuff. And I said, what does it take for you to go and do something like that? Thank you, Val. Oh, I think these are, man, these are old. I like bead earrings, and I like wooden earrings because you don't have to worry about anything changing. I appreciate it, Maria. Thank you so much for all those comments, Shonda. Yeah, learning a lot. Yeah, and that's what I think is so important when we do social media, and even the ones that are just supporters. The things that you put on there, the things that you type, it can impact other people. And a lot of people don't understand that. Yeah, wooden earrings, Uncle L. Let me see. Let's see if I have some wooden, yeah, wooden earrings and wooden jewelry is my favorite. Oh, this is one right here. Let me get one. This is a wooden necklace. So it's made out of wood and it's painted. I like wooden necklaces, bracelets, and also I like beads. Those are my favorite because it will never change. You could have them forever. Yes, of course. We are one big YT family. Nice, that's cute. Thank you so much. And I just want to say that everybody who is a content creator, everybody who's a supporter, just the human race, people in general, and even to children, because you never know who will click on a video. Don't let other people control your mind, okay? Don't let other people get you down. Don't let people who don't know you stop you from living your life on your terms, okay? Don't let other people get to you, get inside your head, okay? I was trying to see if I could put the link in here. I was trying to see if I could find the link and put it in here. But I don't seem to be able to find it. So, but it is what it is. But I did want to say this. Social media is hard enough. It's hard to be a social media influencer. It's hard when somebody talks about something about you. That's difficult, you know? And not everybody is in the state mentally to handle it, you know? Oh, I'm not on StreamYard, Miss Jackie. I'm using the YouTube app. I'm trying to learn how to use the YouTube more than StreamYard because with YouTube, you get more views than you do with StreamYard. So I'm trying to use the YouTube app more, and I do my StreamYard when I make my videos and stuff like that. But I do think that it's important to all of you content creators, to all of you social media influencers, to all of you who just use social media in general. You know, be careful. Be careful what you talk about. Be careful how you treat other people. Every single person is a human being. Every single person has feelings. Even though a lot of people would try to act like, oh, this doesn't affect me, but it does. Social media does affect you. You know, it does matter. A lot of people say, oh, I don't care what other people say about me. That's not true. It does. It does affect you. Nobody wants to be talked about. Nobody wants to be lied on. Nobody wants, you know, anybody. Oh, I know what I did wrong. I know exactly what I did wrong. You can put the link in here. Can't stop. But I did not set it up for, it has to be on the go live together. And I didn't set that up. But the next time when I do my Friday live, I'll set it up so I can put the link for you guys to come up. So I appreciate it. But I wanted to say to all of you who are on social media, don't let social media control you. Don't let other people control you, okay? Don't let anybody tell you how you should live your life and how you should look and whatever. Don't let how many views, I have to say this to all you social media influencers, all you content creators. You don't have less value because you don't get so many likes, because you don't get so many views. I got wrapped up in that for a long period of time, being so focused on how many people like my video, how many people watch it. That doesn't mean that you don't have a good message. It just means that you haven't met your right people yet. It just means that whatever, maybe you need to do a little work on the quality of your videos, on setting up certain things like your description box and your thumbnails and certain things. It doesn't mean you're less than. And a lot of people will get so upset because they're not getting the views as fast as they want to, because we live in this microwave society. Okay? We live in this microwave society where everything has to go fast, 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 right? Everything has to go fast, but that's not how it works. That's not how it works. Don't let this social media get you down. Don't let these people who don't know you get you down, okay? Don't let these people control you, control your mindset, control your focus, or cause you to be unhappy, okay? Don't let anybody make you unhappy. Don't let nobody make you unhappy. Don't let anybody have control and power over your mind. And if it's getting to that point to where people are starting to get to you, maybe you need to turn off your phone, your tablet, your computer, and take a break so that you can get yourself back on the right path, the right thinking, the right mindset. Because I know sometimes I get a little discouraged, or I'm putting too much energy, putting too much into what other people are saying, especially, I don't know how many content creators like me, when you put up a short, I found the nastiest comments. People will say, that was dumb, that's stupid, you're ugly, you're this, and you need to do that, whatever it is. People will try to pick you apart, okay? People will try to pick you apart. And got to understand that your value is not hidden. It is not wrapped up in your likes, in your views, what other people say, how much subscribers you have. No. Okay? So a lot of people have this social media addiction, and they're trying to become whatever. They try to go viral, try to go famous. Please don't burn out yourself trying to go viral. Putting up to 15, 20 shorts a day, putting up videos, putting up live streams constantly. And then you have the people who are in your life, like your children, spouse, significant other, friends. Like, please turn off your phone sometimes. Turn off your tablet. Turn off your devices. And spend time with people in real time. In real time. Yes, I appreciate everybody who is here. I appreciate all my supporters. Don't get me wrong. It's not that I don't care and value you, but you have to value the people that the people who really know you, like your friends, spouse, significant other. And don't let these people on social media try to run your life and tell you, oh, there's a lot of people on here who think that they are therapists. They think they have all of this knowledge to tell you how to control your life and how you should be and how you should look. And listen, the same people who are giving advice, they're not even taking it. Have you ever seen these people who are trying to tell you about relationships? They're not even in a relationship. These people are trying to tell you about education. Some of them don't even have a high school diploma. There's people who are trying to tell you about your children. They don't even have children. Like, what? So don't go by this social media and the addiction for social media and trying to be accepted by social media and trying to, all of these things. People are trying to be something that they're not, or they're trying to get acceptance. These people don't even, listen, these people don't even have a home. They don't even have a car. They don't even have a relationship. So, okay, I'm going to tell you something. They don't even wash themselves, okay? I know that's disgusting. It sounds disgusting. But some of these people behind the avatar, they're unbathed, okay? They're unlotioned, you know, and we're in the summer. They're not wearing any deodorant. I'm just going to be real. They need to put some deodorant on. Just being honest, because I've seen people and they're on their lives and they're looking very sweaty. They're looking very dirty. Like, go inside, relax. Go in the AC. Like outside hollering, upset with somebody that they don't even know. Like, people take this social media too seriously. Like, it's not worth it. You can't even smell? Wow, Shonda. Listen, I'm being serious. I know you all have seen it too. People come on their social media funky, dirty. Like, okay, if you want to go on social media, what about turning off your camera? Just turn off your camera if you're not put together. And coming on here like their hair is standing up, they didn't even wash their face, still got the crust in the corner of their eyes, lips ashy. I don't know. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm saying too much. Maybe I'm talking too much, but that's just how I feel. You know, I'm going to keep it real on this channel. That's what it is. And when you keep it real, people don't like you. And that's all right. Since I've been on this app, I've had people who claim to be my friend, and the moment that, you know, you start to surpass them in just getting to your 1,000, just getting to when you get to monetization, or when you get to certain goals, or when your videos start to do better than theirs, then they don't like you anymore. I'm like, people can be so weird on this app, and I don't understand it. I don't bother nobody. Marlene stays in her own business. I don't bother nobody. Marlene is about her business. I'm about not just this business, but the business that I run. I'm about my family. I'm about things that are important to me. Real topics, you know. I've seen an individual go live and bathe from a bucket on their porch. What, Uncle L? Yes, people take advantage of, yeah, they do. They do. People take advantage of this app. I always say a lot of people, they need to get their devices taken away. I see others go live on each other's and fight. I've seen that one too many times. I used to be in a different community, not the one I'm in now, but before I didn't even know what community I was in. I didn't even know I was in a beefing community. And I see people go live screaming, like you could see right up this lady's nostril into her tonsils, screaming with the camera right there, her phone right there, screaming and hollering about somebody that she was upset with. And I was like, wow, it's way too early in the morning for this. Waking up hollering. I was like, did you even wash and bathe and get yourself together? You're waking up, blood pressure all raised over somebody you don't even know. It's like, this is social media, people. It's social media. And I get it that there are people on here and they can say things and it can be offensive. Okay? And it can be very offensive, okay? Very, very offensive, the things that they will say. Oh, that's your community, Uncle L? Yeah. That's what I'm saying. They go over each time. Some people do it on purpose for publicity. Yeah, I know some people that they could be probably friends in real life, and they just say, okay, this is what we're going to do, and then whatever. And always in constant, always at each other. It's crazy. It's truck drivers on here who will let you know they haven't bathed in 4 days. Wow. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. That's a lot, Val. That's a lot. I would say that's team too much. That's team oversharing. Yeah, they tell lies to make their channel look good. Oh, don't even get me started on the people who are paying for views, paying for likes. Wow. That's their business. I always say, I see stuff, you know, like my mom used to tell me, you see stuff but you don't see it. That if that's what they want to do on their channel, then that's them. And people who, you know, you see them one day and you go to bed and you wake up and they have 1K, and yesterday they had 100 subscribers, but they don't have no shorts or no videos that went viral, and you go, interesting, and then you just move on, because that's not me, that's not my business. I'm working on staying in my own lane and minding my own business. Okay. Saunders says, got to worry about the ones that believe their own lies. Yes. Yeah. You just got to back away from some people. It's a lot of people here on social media that are very toxic. There's a lot of people that are very controlling. There are people who want to get to know you on outside of this. Like, want to know your phone number, just to get to know your business. And then the moment that there's a fallout, the moment that you say or do something, they fall out with you and then start making videos doxing you. I try my best, Val. See, the whole thing about it is that you don't even try to get people who are off to come to you. They just find you. They just find you. They find you. They find you. And they always have something to say. But Marlene doesn't have anything negative to say about anybody. I'm not about that. I'm not about that life. I'm here to talk about real topics, real issues. Over here, I talk about things to deal with mental health. I want to get back into doing more interviews and things like that. There's a few people that I'm looking forward to interviewing. Yeah, I talk about, especially it's very important on this channel to talk about sexual abuse, those who have been sexually abused, those who have been SM'd, SA'd, those who have been in that life of being a street walker, those who have had addiction to substances, drugs, and all of those things. So yeah, when I upload on here, I take my notifications and I turn them off. Yeah. Well, I had to learn for my own mental health. I had to, when I go to bed, I turn my phone on silent, because the notifications will go off all day and it triggers me and makes me anxious. It's just like all day long, it's ping, 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 ping. That will drive anybody crazy. But everybody's different. Some people that doesn't bother them, but for me, you can't be in 100 places at once. You can't be supporting of every content creator. You can't be supportive of everybody. You have to support yourself, and you have to do what is good for you. You know, that's why I did this conversation, because I think it's very important that it's a lot of people that are allowing social media to control their life. It's an addiction for them. Some people have a true addiction to social media. They can't stop. They can't stop being on here. They can't stop looking what other people are talking about. That even in bed, they're still scrolling, not just on this app, on many other social media platforms. And they always have so much to say about other people. But, you know, we can't control what other people do. But I always say, but don't bring that mess over here. I'm not a part of the mess. I'm not the one. I don't want to hear about it. I don't like to hear about nasty, messy stuff. I'm here to talk about the real topics, the real issues. That's why I made this channel. This channel specifically is to talk about real issues. And today I wanted to talk about how important it is when we have social media to take breaks, to stay away from negative people, controlling people, using people, and, you know, to not allow what a comment that somebody makes to make us feel I'm less than, you know. And especially I feel for the younger people, where all they know is this social media. There's some young people and all they know is social media. And it's okay. You can turn your phone off. Turn off your device, even for a few days. Sometimes we need to take a break from social media to get ourselves together. Especially if we're trying to get something done. You're trying to move up the corporate ladder. You're trying to get your education. You're trying to handle your business. You know, get yourself together. Sometimes social media can be a distraction from you doing the things that you need to do in your life. So don't let this social media distract you, everybody, okay? Don't let this social media distract you. You know, you just be yourself. You know, that's what's important. You just be in your lane. Worry about what affects you, and then don't worry about other people. And stay off this app. It's simple, okay? Val says you should be studying right now. Go and study, Val. I try not to get on while I'm out. Okay, Lisette. I'm distracting you. That's why I'm about to go. Because Val says she should be studying. Bryden says I'm distracting. I'm going to go because I'm not going to let y'all be distracted anymore. I just wanted to come in, do my topic, say shout out to my mods. Shout out to everybody who supports me. Thank you to all those who are running my playlist. I truly appreciate every single one of you. I think right now I have like 700 watch time hours. You know, I'm being honest. I'm trying to get to my goal of my channel memberships. I got a long way to go before 3,000 watch hours, but I'm just going to keep at it. I'm going to keep at it. I'm going to keep going. And I have to say, before I end, do not let social media and the addiction to win, to go viral, what other people say, the judgments, all of that. Don't let that get to you. These people don't know you, okay? They don't know you. They're not paying your business, okay? They're not paying your bills. They don't know anything about you. Don't let them control your mind. Take control of your mental health. Love on yourself. Take a social media break and ignore these low vibrational people, okay? I am Marlene of the Marlene Saunders Show, where I do these podcasts Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. You're more than welcome to come in. Shout out to my mods. Shout out to those who hit me on my Cash App. I just got a Cash App. I just saw the ping. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. And I will see you all back on Friday for the next podcast conversation. Everybody have a great rest of your day. And if you're watching in the replay, thank you so much. Leave me a comment in the comment section below. And don't forget to hit the like. I'll see you guys back on Friday. This is Marlene Saunders Show, where we have real talk, real conversations, and you're welcome to it. I'll see you on the next one.